Hi everyone, this is Saman Fatima, and we're back with another episode on Off the Record with me, Saman, on ITSP Magazine. And with another day, we have another guest, and this time we have two of them from the same college, and they would be walking you through with two different experiences. And a lot of other things would come down. We'll unfold a lot of things that they have researched about, they are doing right now, and how you can be part of it. So I really want to welcome Rahul and Shrey for being part of this episode of the podcast. And we'll be talking more about California State University. So welcome both of you and thank you for being part of the podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting us, Saman.
Yeah. So, with the start of the podcast, I really wanted you people to introduce yourself in your own ways. Where are you from? Where are you right now? When did you join the college? What year? And all of those things. So I'll go with the alphabetical order, and Rahul, you may go first.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. So to begin with, I moved to US back in like 2022 from India, and it was quite a difficult choice to move here after so much of work experience. And here I joined computer science at California State University, Long Beach. And currently, I'm working on a startup which is in a stealth mode.
Oh, that's great. And I also moved in the fall of 2022, so that's the common point between the two of us. But that's great. Shrey, over to you.
Yes. So, I moved just after you guys, so spring of 2023, and I'm currently based in Long Beach, California, and I'm working. Graduating this semester, so yeah, wish me luck for that.
That must be an exciting part. Like, I was really excited when I was graduating. Like, I'm done with it now. Going ahead it. So, congratulations to both of you. And what motivated for the two of you to actually choose this college? I know there would be a bunch of colleges that you people would have applied for, like all of us do it. But how come you people stuck with Cal State? We know Cal State is famous for zillion things, but what stood out for you for the courses you chose for? So, Shrey, we'll
Sure.
start with you.
So first of all, I really like the location, which is California. Who doesn't like California? So that was one of the primary reasons. The second reason, coming to CSULB is it has a lot of diverse people here. So I wanted to enjoy the US college life, and that was one major reasons that I came to the US to enjoy and also to learn a lot of things. And finally, to get some expertise in my field, which is machine learning and artificial intelligence. So CSLB has a great curriculum in that uh, region, and a lot of brilliant professors are here. And that was my last motive to come to the US.
That's great. And I always say this during my podcast when I ask this question, I've never seen one, like, there is no commonality between all of the guests that I've had. Everyone has their own reasons, and this stands out. I want to enjoy, have that US life and stuff like that. So that's great. What about you, Rahul?
For me, the one reason was beaches. And yeah, and for me, pursuing master's here was like a self-funded vacation. Instead of taking a gap, I thought of it like a vacation. So that was one of the reason.
That's nice. Okay. That's a lot of beach, vacation, US fun, and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, coming on to the serious notes, so when we talk about the degree that you chose, Shrey, you went with the AI/ML, and Rahul, you went ahead with the CS. So, what were the key factors in terms of choosing the degree? Obviously, we know why the place and why the college, but what were the reasons behind you people choosing this particular degree? So, we're gonna go with Shrey with you again first.
Sure. My major is CS2 right now, but I am like my focus is in AI ML, and right now it's more of AI ML with LLMs. Uh, the re- uh, the reason for me to choose, I think, can you repeat the question?
No worries. So it's more of like, what were the key factors for you choosing this particular course
Okay.
for the CS degree that you chose for? What were the key factors for you to choose it?
Okay. So, yeah, my major is CS, and my main focus is in AI ML. The reasons that I wanted to choose this course was I have a bachelor's in information technology, and I've previously worked with a lot. My research papers are in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So CS makes it a really good course to build my master's. And after that, also one more thing that I like is it gives me flexibility to move on with different things. So if I want to do software engineering, I can easily do that. And CS offers that broad scope of choosing anything and everything. So that was the reason.
Okay, what about you, Rahul?
Okay, so for me, the prime reason was that although my bachelor's was in computer science, and with respect to that, I worked mostly in the prime sector, which is aligned to computer science, which was in data storage, and then after AI and applied AI. Okay. So although I was working in industry, so during the time when you work in the industry, you don't really get that much of time, like your own personal time to focus on the research work. So this is what I was just thinking of, taking like 2 year off and doing research work, focused on the data storage and security. And while looking over these two area for masters, I mean, although I applied to most of the other university from where I had offer, but the prime reason of coming here was that I was looking over the website and reach out to few of the professor who were working in hardware security. And I thought like, okay, I have already done few of the other domains, why not explore the hardware security? So that was one of the reason I chose Cal State Long Beach for the masters in computer science. And when I started working on hardware security, it was just the beginning. And like when you start working, multiple options come to you. So then we moved to cybersecurity, and after that, I'm actively working on some of the LLM related security with NIST ARIA, ARIA. So that's the very recent one where they are trying to evaluate the security with respect to the Gen AI.
Okay, that seems a lot. That's already, we're working on a lot of things that's coming into the market, and that's really nice. And I guess you touched upon one thing at the end, like being part of Cal State Long Beach. So that was supposed to be my next ask from the two of you, because we know that Cal State is situated at different, locations. I know that I've applied once to Long Beach and Dominic Hills both, but I was accepted into Dominic Hills and not the Long Beach one. So I wanted to understand, like, what stood out for the two of you to choose Cal State Long Beach over any other location, so that people know here about what that particular location offers about. Rahul, if you can go for it.
Okay, so when I was looking over like most of the other Cal states, to be very specific, Cal State was providing uh, most of the support with respect to the research activities, the reach out of the professors, and how friendly they are. So so that was one of the reason.
Okay, and what about you, Shrey?
Right. So I got into multiple CSUs, being SJSU and Fresno and Fullerton. But the main reason for choosing Long Beach was it has a very wide campus, and I really like an open campus. The weather is really good, and it's just 2 miles from the beach. So that's one of the reasons for choosing Long Beach. And also, a lot of research activities goes on, and I really like the entrepreneurship club, which is called IIE. And I was really looking for it because I had a startup back in India, and I was looking if any of the CSUs had a great initiative for entrepreneurship. So I think Long Beach stood out in that.
That's great. And I guess the intricate reasons remains to be the same, that it's, a
Yeah.
couple of miles away from the beach. That's great. That keeps you going, because considering you are talking about a lot of terminologies like LLMs, research, and a lot of other things that really need somewhere to relax around as well, to, have that fun. When we talk about things like the finances, we know that you are situated on the west coast side, where things are pretty hefty as compared to other regions. So could you people talk about like the finances on a level where people could understand how much could go out of pockets, and how much the college provides in terms of stipend or scholarship or anything else? If you could walk us through, each one of you would have their own experiences. So if you can talk about your finances. Rahul, over to you.
Okay. So usually if you see Cal State, they have like a less tuition fee as compared to UCs. So when it comes to finances, usually the tuition fee for the 2 year, it will be around 35 to $45,000. Okay. So that remains only the tuition fee. Okay. I mean, along with some of the few other things. Okay. Now, when it comes to the scholarship, I think like the best bet will be the university website where they mention which all scholarships are available. But I'm not very sure for the international students, there will be much of the scholarship, but a majority of them, I will not say scholarship, but as a stipend, which will help you support with respect to your monthly cost of living. For example, like food and accommodation. So usually if you get a position of teaching assistant or research assistant, and if you get 20 hours per week, so you will be able to get around $1,400. To some of the other teaching assistant where the pay R is more, you can get even like $2,000 per month, which is quite good as a international student to do like a on-campus work and still support you. But still, you have to pay the tuition fee.
Okay, so just a quick question there. So did you apply for any sort of stipend as part of the application process, or was it given as part of the department that you're joining?
Okay, so specific to me, I was not provided any financial assistance, but after coming here, I started reaching out to professors for the research assistant. And after like interview with couple of them, I just landed up one research assistant position.
Okay, all right. So your situation is totally, once you landed here and started with the semester, that's when you got hold of that position, but not anything as part of the application process.
Correct.
Okay. What about you, Shrey?
Yes, as Rahul mentioned, most of the things, the tuition ranges to from $30,000 to $40,000. And um, for the scholarships, it totally depends on the university's website and what the university provide. But as Rahul mentioned, there's not much for the international students here, as because the fees is really low. I think it's one of the lowest in the US, and being in California, it's really low, I feel. So that's one of the thing. And coming to the living expenses, it ranges around. It depends if you're taking a sharing room, so it ranges about $600 to $700 a month, with utilities, and after that, food and accommodation goes. Sorry, food goes to about $1,000. So total is $1,000 for your living expenses. And for my situation, I didn't have a job when I landed here. And same as Rahul, I applied for different positions. I interviewed with different professors, and me and Rahul joined the same lab as a research assistant. And yeah,
That's how
so
you know each other.
we knew before that.
Yeah, we were knowing before, even before that.
Me and Rahul
Oh,
were working on a research project, and we published a paper. So we knew from that. But fun part is like he was my TA when I was taking a course.
Okay.
So through that we know each other.
Nice. That's nice. At least you people were for each other during that lab work and all of other things. At least you people were together in those fronts. Just a quick question there. When you people were filling out the application forms, obviously, Rahul, for you it was 2022, for Shrey it was for you 2023. Um, did you people like find anything like different in your application process? Like, obviously, we know there are details like putting up an SOP, putting up LORs, but were there any other requirements that maybe we can start with you, Rahul? What all did you provide as part of your application process? And then we could see if anything differed for Shrey.
Yeah, so when I was applying, GRE was deferred. So it was not mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
And even for the English language, they have given an option of Duolingo. But I was already having the scores for IELTS, so I applied with that. So this was one difference which I saw.
Okay, and apart from that, were there like any essays or video interviews, anything that the application process involved for you?
Yeah, so as usual, there were statement of purpose and there were recommendation letter which we had to provide, but there was no in-person, sorry, I meant to say like there was no interview before providing us the decision.
Okay. And what about you, Shrey?
I
Anything?
think it was same for me. GRE was deferred, and yeah, they allowed Duolingo, and I had TOEFL scores, so I went with the TOEFL scores.
Okay.
And so I think they have a variety of English language tests that they accept. So that's a very good part at Caltech Long Beach because other universities are really strict on that. And I also submitted my SOPs, LORs, my transcript. So the basic package that you need to submit is required here.
Okay, great. So I guess this looks the same because back in 2022, I also submitted the same things like my SOP, LORs, and the IELTS score because back in 2022 as well, they were not asking for anything, not even for Cal State when I applied for it. So yeah, pretty much this much only. Yeah. So
That's
the course that you people enrolled for, does it starts only in fall or does it starts like maybe in spring as well? Or is it just fall specific course? Anyone can go for it.
Yeah, so okay.
no, no, you go ahead, you go ahead.
So usually CSULB has two intakes. It's spring and fall. But last time it was different. That so this time basically in this spring they stopped the intake, so it was just fall intake. But again, I've heard that they are rolling out the spring intake again,
Mhm.
and they have made the fall intake really competitive because right now the fall batch came and I had a conversation with a couple of people who came in. So they have made it really competitive. They have just accepted 45 students. At the time that when I came, it was 120 students in spring. So they have made it really competitive. Maybe because they have opened the spring semester for 2025. So that's how it is.
Yeah, that's like a big diff from 40 versus 120, but at least they have like
Yeah.
like
Intakes.
two times that they're opening up the
Yeah, yeah.
session. So that could actually fill up that gap. So yeah, 40 versus 120 is yeah something. I guess they can fill it up in the spring section as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So just wanted to check next step on how were transitioning times for the two of you when you people shifted here more towards starting couple of weeks. How did it went for you, Shrey, because you are the closest one to the year now. So how did 2023 in Cal State, how was it for you moving out and coming here for the initial couple of weeks?
Right. So it was really amazing for me because when I was in undergrad, I like COVID hit and I couldn't go to the university, so I just went for 1.5 years. And it was a big blow for me because I really like to go to university and like interact with friends, do different activities, right? So it was really amazing for me because everything had opened up here, and when I came, so and CSULB has a massive campus, so a lot of events keep on happening every time. So every hour there is some event happening in the university, and I really enjoy going to events. So for the first semester, I went to almost every event. So they used to make us play games, or like they used to give us free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff? So it was an amazing journey, and I think I really enjoyed it. I wasn't feeling homesick in the first few months, so my parents were shocked because it was the first time.
Amazing. Nice that you weren't feeling homesick. I was being part of a lot of events, yet I was homesick.
No, yeah, I really enjoyed it here. I don't know why, but yeah, so I was out of home for the first time and I came here, so still I was not feeling homesick and I was really enjoying it.
That's really strange, difficult to digest, but it's really great that it was good for you. But any sort of like preparations that you did before coming in for your master's, like anything in specific that you prepped up or learned or anything of that sort that you could, you know, have better days here? In-
Um, I think the things I almost had like I took a 6 month break to I got an internship with Physical Research Laboratory, so I worked there and I got a lot of experience there. So I built some algorithms, I contributed to them. I cannot say the which space program I contributed to, but it was a success.
Yes.
Uh, and it was amazing. So whoever is coming, just have some basic preparation about what you wanna do, and just build some skills, have some projects in hand. And if you are looking for job here, start like before you come, start doing lead code. So
Yeah.
landed and I started doing lead code because it's much needed here.
I know. And considering now the land of opportunities is a little scarce on opportunities. So it's better, you prep yourself well so that you could stand out in front of a crowd because it's become really competitive. Everyone has those skills, so you have to stand out in some or the other ways. And obviously, I understand there are a lot of preps that we do when we come back from our home country, and but still, this is something more of an added thing now that you should prep well so that you fit in well, and you have to be proactive from day one. Now it's for that. Like I was also proactive back in 2022 as well, but now it's like a do or die situation that you have to be. So yeah, that was good one. What about you, Rahul? How were the initial transitioning days or weeks for you look like when you landed here?
Yeah, for me, the initial time was what I hit hard was the jet lag. Yeah, so it took me like almost 1.5 week to get adjusted to the timing here. And like it was not an easy transition for me. Apart from that, one of the interesting thing what I will want to bring here is that when you are coming from a industrial background, then you have to readapt yourself into the academic setting, because when you start going to the classes, uh, you have to be focused for like 1.5 hour or even like 3 hours depending on the class schedule. Because when we are used to working in the industry, it is like we take the breaks based on ourselves. And another thing is here you have to be very self-disciplined, right? And to add more about with respect to the jobs and everything, I do agree with Srey that doing lead code, that is all perfectly fine. But if you see like right now, the job applications and people applying for them is like, I will not say saturated, I will say it's like highly saturated. So I know few people who can solve any problem in lead code. And I'm saying any problem in lead code, but still they're having a hard time getting a job. So here the important thing which we need to consider is all the hard skills, like lead code or any of the interview sections, everyone is preparing. But how you are standing out in the application, that you need to figure it out. I mean to say, like, there's no documentation about it, and there's not a playbook that if you do this, it will happen. It is up to the student, or it is up to the person who is looking for the job. He has to craft that path which no one has done before, and he should be noticeable to the employer. So this thing people need to think about it, because like right now what I see, that people just blindly going through some of the boot camp, and everyone is creating projects and putting on GitHub. That's all good. But if everyone is doing the same thing, how the interviewer are going to differentiate among you? What's the unique skills?
I agree that that's there, and I guess I'd not blame everyone as well there, because uh we actually think of, like, some things would hit up, like, if we do this, maybe particular job fields would open for us, because it's that situation where everyone is trying to learn a lot of things and somehow thinking it could be beneficial, but it's actually the market which is not at all good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's not much positions, there's not much staffing needed, because everyone is actually a lot full.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's more of the situation we're actually dealing up with. And obviously, nobody feels like that there's no harm in learning anything, having that mindset, but that has really deviated in ways where people, are learning multiple things. Like, they're also doing, courses or certification of competitive
yeah.
technology, like organizations.
So
So
many things.
that's also a thing, and I would blame the time more to
Yeah,
than the people here, and it's just the
yeah.
situation that's making us do all these things. I myself took like 10 months to land up to this job, because I started it the day I came for my master's degree. So it took me a lot of time, and considering the challenges, how prepped you are, I had 5 years of work ex, but still, that's just the time that I was blaming all the time.
This I completely agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So, I wanted to like pitch down and talk more about, like, we're just deviating a bit from the degree, the college, and the course, and we wanted to talk more about, because you're both coming in different years, you're both on visa, on student visa. So, we wanted to talk more about how was that experience? Were there any hiccups? If there were, how did you people overcome it, and so that it could be a good knowledge sharing for others as well who want to come on a student visa, and how were your people's experiences? So Rahul, if you want to start first.
Okay, so like I only had a student visa, and before that I had like a B1 B2, that is business and tourist visa. So I was quite sure that I'm going to complete the studies and then after start working here. So that was my take.
But how was your experience for how did you apply for it, and how did the process go for you for the F1 visa?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I get the question now. Okay, so applying for the F1 visa, I will say it's like a plain and simple. You apply on the US government website. You fill the forms, mandatory forms like DS-160. You schedule the interview. You will get the date, and you have to go like 2 times for the interview, one for the biometric and one for like a in-person interview. And with like a in-person interview, you will get the decision then and there, unless and until there is some special circumstances. And after that, you will apply for service ID. You will pay everything, the government fee and everything. Okay, so overall I will say, like, it's like do it yourself kind of a work. And if you really need some kind of a help, when I was applying, then I took help of some of the online discussion forum, which were very active, and students were also helping each other. So that was my experience.
But like how was, grabbing for the appointment for you in 2022? Was it rigorous? And how was the experience during the interview? Like what were some of the questions that were asked you? If you can,
Okay,
tell
okay,
us regarding that. Yeah.
okay. So first, I will talk about the appointment for the interview. So I was also part of some of the student discussion group where they were checking like, hey, did you get it? So I think like I was quite lucky that I got the interview within like 2 weeks, and most of the student in that group they were just surprised. Oh my God, how you got it? Okay, and I will, to be very honest, I was little nervous about the interview process. That oh my God, what question they're going to ask, and I was just going through some of the existing question and which were available on the discussion forum, and after like some point of time, I was just thinking like, okay, let's face the interview. Let's go to the interview and answer what they're asking and just be honest about it. So for me, there were just two questions. First question they asked like why you are applying for F1 student visa. So it was quite plain and simple. I told them that I'm planning for masters in computer science. I told the university name and everything. And like their second question was that why you were going for masters right now. So this I had to explain them because they were seeing a work ex of like almost 12 years. So that was like, okay, why you have decided now? So I explained them the reason that why I was going now.
Okay, that was an easy one, I guess. I guess that should have not taken 10 to 15 seconds at the counter.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
were
yeah,
all good, right?
yeah, yeah. Then they told like, yeah, we are approving your visa.
That's amazing. Like that's I guess the best case scenario for me also happened on the same notes. But yeah, for me to get the appointment was pretty difficult. Like it was, I don't want to remember that because I got an appointment somewhere in the morning at 4:30 a.m.
Oh my
and
God.
I got it first in Bombay, but then I somehow got it rescheduled to Delhi. But it was very cut to cut. Like I had to fly a week after and a week before I got my interview appointment. So it was like fully, you have to manifest that I have to go. Like you have to consider, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah.
approved and I'm going there. So my
Yeah.
situation was pretty like that. But
Sri would like to add more.
yeah, Shrey will
You
add
first,
more, I
please.
guess.
Yeah, so I followed the same process as Rahul explained. So I also looked into different forums for help. I submitted all the documents that they required, and it was pretty easy for me to get the appointment too. I was in a WhatsApp group where all the students were going, and they told like, "Oh, the slots have opened." I just booked it there and there. I got my interview in Mumbai. Um, I went there for the biometric. It was all good, and then I went for the main interview. And so they asked me a couple of, not a couple of questions. They asked me a lot of questions, about 5 to 10 questions about what I was doing, what I wanted to do, which area I wanted to research in, and a lot of questions that they asked. And after that, they handed me my passport back. So I thought like, oh, my visa has been rejected because usually they take the passport for stamping, right? And they gave me a slip about it's called 221G, and they told that please look at the slip and you can follow the instructions there. So I came out and I thought like, oh, my visa has been rejected because usually it's the rejection is also 214 something slip. So I was confused and it was a different situation for me. So I thought that the visa has been rejected, but when I looked at the slip and everything, so they requested for further evidence. It's called an RFE. So request for further evidence. There might be a lot of reasons for them requiring that because I had a lot of research work back in India and also I worked with Indian Space Research Organization, which is a space agency. Um, that might be one of the reasons, but we don't exactly don't know what the reason is. And also my research area is in AI ML, which is um, in a different list for them. It's I don't know exactly what it is, but you might look at the USCIS website. So I submitted my all my documents. So they asked for what all I did, what all research I did back in India, whom I was associated with, who is funding me, and how what my plans are to do in US. Am I doing any research with any of the professor? Then, so I didn't have any plans. Then I found a RA ship, so I am doing some research with my professor. So that was the situation, and then I submitted all my documents to them, and I submitted it about 1st of December, and usually it comes at about 15 to 20 days, but it didn't come. So I was almost losing hopes that, oh, like I think they might reject my visa, and I think I won't be going this semester. I might be trying for the next one, but luckily on the 23rd day, I got my acceptance for the visa, and I had to submit my passport at the nearest local embassy. For me, it was Ahmedabad because I'm staying in Ahmedabad, and yeah, I just submitted it, and they gave me a visa. But the different part here is usually people get a 5-year visa, and I got a 4-year visa. So it's okay that you get a 4-year visa. It's no problem out there. You
Mhm.
need to renew it again. And
But is
it's
there like a reason for it? Just because is it the RFE reason or it's something else?
I don't know what exactly is the reason because one of my other friend got an RFE too, and he has a 5-year visa. So I'm not sure why they provided me a 4-year visa. So
Okay.
and one of the thing I would like to tell that if I go again for any other visa, for example H1B, right? So I'll get RFE again. So it's something like that that I have heard from different forums. So I'm not sure about it, but if you have get like be prepared. I'm prepared for that. So
You're creating a lot of questions for people into research that they're getting RFPs everywhere, every visa changes that they make. But yeah,
yeah,
that's I guess is a very stressful experience, Shrey, I must say. But I'm thankful and grateful that things worked up and now you're almost close to graduation. It doesn't matter that it's like a 4-year thing versus to a 5-year thing, because anyways one doesn't use the full, like there are lesser people who utilizes the full 5 year. It's like before that they move to a different visa altogether, either it's an H1B or some other visa that they're applying for. uh, but 2 experiences, 2 years, and we could see a lot of commotion there. Like 2023 was a difficult one. 2022 was, you can see like a 15-second interview and he was done and dusted.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
that was the quickest one considering the one that you had. But I guess there's more things that they see that we couldn't, visualize it sitting on their side. We're more on the side that we have to go. So I can understand what things they look out for. Um, but considering the fact, I wanted to touch base upon, because you people are both into research, you people have worked into the same labs, and obviously, Shrey, you have tons of things on the research side, things which we can talk about, things which we cannot, and same goes for you, Rahul, as well. So I know that you people are involved in a lot of community work, in a lot of like clubs that you organize at your universities. And so I would really like to give you that stand to talk about all those things that you've done as part of Cal State in Long Beach, and other things that are still into motion and you want to talk about once you graduate. So if Shrey, you want to start with, and you can hand it over to Rahul.
sure. So like as we mentioned earlier that me and Rahul met and we were doing research together, and usually I really want someone that like I want a community where research is happening, and I want to learn more about what new things are being researched and what new things are being built, right? So me and Rahul really aligned on that idea, and that's how we founded the first AI research club in 23 CSUs. So that was one of the motive that we wanted to make an impact on people here, because CSUs are considered to be R2 universities, and there's not very much research happening compared to the R1 universities, but there's a good amount of research happening. And we wanted to make people aware about this, that all kind of research can happen, and research is not that tough as people think, right? So that's the reason for opening the AI Research Club. And I think Rahul can explain more, and then I can take over to the initiative that are going right now.
Okay, so I meant to say like one of the main reason of founding the AI Research Club at the university, it initially started with the motive of having a industry and academia collaborate together and do a meaningful research. But later, over the period of time, we had like multiple interaction with like people from industry and also from the student. We started collaborating with some of the department from School of Design, School of Art, School of Liberal Arts, and we were thinking of having some sort of a internal collaboration where people can come with a different use cases, and we, the computer science student, we will help them out how to use AI in their work. So that's still in the pipeline, but over the coming coming months, my vision has changed a little bit. So here I'm just planning to have some sort of ecosystem where one of the outcome of the AI research club will be doing a impactful and meaningful research. So whenever you hear of some research clubs or maybe like a research institution, the outcome and the metrics which you measure is by seeing which conferences they published it, whether it's the A star conferences or whatever it is, right? So I want to change the dynamics. I want to bring a change in the community where the metrics is not the number of papers you published, number of citation you get, the H index it creates for you, because to be very honest, all these things can be gamified, and which is happening right now, and you won't be able to filter out the actual I mean to say like students who are really interested in research. So my objective here right now is to foster a collaboration of research where the outcome we quantify using what is the thing you have built up, is that being used by people or not, how it is being perceived by other. So these are few of the thing, and along in the same line, so along with Shrey, we have like few of the other students where we have created a I will say some sort of a LLM where it's kind of a chatbot, and there are multiple things going on, which I don't want to disclose much here. So that's the thing. So just to reiterate, there were like two objective for the research club. One was fostering a collaborative ecosystem, and second was changing the dynamics, how people see research, not with the metrics of just publication.
I guess that's something very good. Like you people are focusing more on quality over quantity. That it's more of like what are you actually making? How can this be used, and how is it different from what we don't have in the present scenarios over quantity? Like there are multiple publications and things of the same manner. It's just like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
it's just active passive voice, but it's
Yeah.
similar to the same. But that's really great. And you talked about this that thing that you're defining research in a different way, because me being from the cybersecurity side, and I've never like published papers or anything of that sort, and this could be something that I could look up to, like people like me, to understand what is actually research and how can you better bring yourself to it, like your experience and other things from the community. So really love that fact. I don't want you to give out more information, but something that is out for the public that you can talk about, or anything in a limited manner which is coming for future things Shrey, if you want to go next.
I can give a little glimpse about it. So I'll make people understand what the problem statement is, and they can get an idea about what we are trying to build. So a lot of people who are applying to the university, be it an international student or a local student from here, right? So they go on the CSULB website, for example, and it's very tough to find the course, and it's a lot of information on the website itself, right? And people get confused about, oh, exactly what information to get it from. So we are trying to build something out that on one click you can get all the information from it, and you just have to like enter what exactly you need, and that's what we are trying to build at AI Research Club. And something soon we are launching next month. Uh, you guys can keep an eye on it.
Okay, and I will put an eye with the podcast episode when it goes out. So don't worry, we'll have all the links listed so that you can go and see what they're doing and how you can be part of it. So can anyone, apart from, like, if anyone's not part of Cal State, can also be part of this group, or is it just restricted to Cal State students or folks?
So I think as Rahul mentioned that we want to foster a collaborative tool. So anyone and everyone who is interested in research and willing to collaborate with the club, we are happy to collaborate with them in any of the ways that we can.
Perfect. That was a question. That was a personal one. Just to understand if people like me who have never been into research and can understand things and see if they fit in anywhere into the field, this could be a good starter point. So um I'll have all of the links so that anyone's watching right now can actually go up and look up what they're doing and be part of whatever circles they are launching as of now and in the future, so that you could be part of it and know more about it. But this is a good one. Like research things really happen less, or they happen either in silos. That's what I've heard and seen. And collaboration is something that brings out like multiple heads working on one thing, and multiple perspectives comes from the table, and there's like a better model gets figured out. So I think so. You people are really into research, and there's a lot of things that you can do. So I would wish you good luck for what you're doing and helping others, uh,
Yeah,
know better about research and about, obviously, AI/ML is now like the new innovation ways where you would not find much people, but a lot of us are interested into it because we do use them on a daily basis. So how can we like make it better? But that's great. Thank you for sharing it on the podcast platform. We're almost very close, but I just wanted for you people to talk about. I know Cal State is a very reputed university, and with the research club that you people started, and obviously you people stressed upon that the Long Beach place had the most of the research opportunities because it's great for you to be part of the research elements. So I just wanted for you both to shed light on your job experiences when you people, obviously, Shrey, you're very close to your graduation. So, what are some things that maybe the institution is helping to you, or it's more of you're still stuck up with the job scenario? How was the job search for you since you started when you came here, 2023? So, how did it look for you and as of now?
Right. So like when I came here, I was the first thing was internship, but I was not able to do it because for an international student, you need to wait 9 months until you can start your CPT. So I was not able to do the internship for the first year. So I was early and started doing lead code in the summer after my classes ended, and I started applying last June for my internships. And I gave a lot of interviews, and after that, I finally got an internship where I needed, which was Teladoc Health. So I interned at Teladoc Health as a software developer this summer, and currently I'm working with them as a co-op intern. So I'm continuing until December for my semester. The university has been really supportive in that. They have allowed me to do. International students require a lot of paperwork, and they have been really supportive for that. And that's the best thing I like about Castle Long Beach, because The department is really supportive, and also the international student services, which represents us, is also very supportive about approving all the things and clearing any of the doubts that we have, because this always goes into a gray area, because if one document is not clear, you might be not eligible to work. So they make sure that you are eligible to work in a proper way. And after that, getting all my approvals, I started my co-op, and I'm really happy where I am right now. So
So what about like obviously you graduate in December, right? And that's when your co-op ends as well. So like are you working on getting like a full-time offered by them, or like you're applying elsewhere as well for the full-time job starting January 2025? Is
right. So
that in the background as well going on?
yes. So if the organization wants to continue with it, I would really love to do that, because I really like the cause that they're doing, helping people out, which is like has been my motto, helping people out. So I would really like to get a return offer from here. And side by side, I haven't applied it, but I'm looking for applying.
Okay.
So let's see how it turns out for me, because it's
Okay.
been really
Right now
busy.
you're in a safe space that you have that co-op. So, but yeah, market is still bad, I would say. Still there. Yeah.
That is true.
What about you, Rahul?
So I graduated in May 2024, and after a month, I got a job offer through reference through one of the professor, and it was from College of Business, although I did in computer science. And I meant to say, like, even at the university, I was spending most of the time at College of Business. So that offer, that was really interesting. That was development in the field of Gen AI, which is happening right now. But I thought of like not taking up the job for the time being, because as a international student on F1 OPT, you get like all 1 year where you can do uh, mm, I mean to say, you can do all the work which is in your field of interest. So I am planning to take up this year to work on some of the startups. And this September, I will be moving to New York, where I will be working with Blueris Labs with Robinhood. And that is Entrepreneurs in Residence program. And that is for the 3 months. And the theme is solving poverty in New York with use of AI. So that's the plan which I'm doing. That's the plan for me for the time being.
That's really amazing. Like you people are giving me a big time hard time that what am I doing? And you people are so much into like AI, and these are really amazing projects that you both talked about. Like obviously Shrey, you did it into the health side, and then you are moving more on the poverty side, and how AI could be an element. And I know AI is that versatile that it could work everywhere. So that's really commendable. I'm also hearing it for the very first time, and that's really exciting for me to know that people also think like that, the first year of the OPT could be paid or unpaid both.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we could go for that one, because the second year is when a lot of things comes and aligns with the STEM extension. So but yeah, that's really nice. I'm really happy with what you people are doing, and I guess everyone hearing it as well would be glad that you people are actually applying your masters somewhere.
Yeah, we have to. We have to. I mean to say, like, making money, even anyone can make money. I mean,
That has
you,
become so like old fashioned, like making
yeah,
money, or everyone can do it.
anyone can make money. Okay, but the thing is, like, for the time which we have right now, how we are helping out the people, how we are contributing what we have got it. Like, it's more about giving back to the community, right? And also, the good thing about the fellowship is paid.
Nice. It's like cherry on the cake. But that's really nice. I would love to know more about it probably once we join September, and we can conversate more about what things are coming.
Sure.
And good luck like to New York
Mm.
and to obviously the project that you're joining. It's it would be amazing for you in an amazing city.
Yeah.
No beaches though, but yeah.
I'll be coming back to LA
Oh yeah,
after
3 months. Yeah, but you would find things. But yeah, city life is also great there. Yeah, but welcome to like 3 months, like 3 hours back in time. Why did I say months? Like three hours back in time. It's more of the fun part to be at the East Coast as well. So, but yeah, that's commendable to what all you are doing, obviously through the research club and then the current organizations that you're being tied with. So I wish you get that extended offer letter or you get placed somewhere better. And obviously, good luck to you, Rahul, for that fellowship. And normally, I don't see fellowships that are paid, but that's amazing that you're getting paid.
Yeah.
But at the end, I wanted to close off this podcast by each one of you to talk about one or two sentences about anyone who is coming down for masters in Cal State. What do you want to give out as member of the alumni? Anything that you want to say to them? Rahul, if you want to go first.
So just in one line, I will be having like this thought put for thought for the people who want to come. Find a very strong reason that why you want to come. Okay.
That's
And
the biggest thing.
yeah, and they should be very, what do you say, adaptable and quite resilient about going into uncertain reasons.
Because life in US is never a smooth drive. It
Yeah,
always comes with a lot of speed breakers, and you have to be ready for that.
right.
And obviously, when you've spent a lot of money, you have to be very sure and confident that you can make it.
Very true.
I gave my 2 lines. Shrey, over to
Oh
you.
my God.
Yeah, so I totally agree with what Rahul said. And adding to that, come prepared because the market is not good right now. So if you're planning to come, and the market would increase. So if you're looking for opportunities, the land of opportunities will be back to land of opportunities. It cannot stay far from that title. So it's going to be back. So come prepared properly and just don't think, just enjoy the life here. And it's an experience because you won't be getting this experience again. So come and enjoy. That's it.
That's great. We all gave our fun elements here. We talked about a lot of things, and I hope your experiences and whatever you're doing right now really helps people, really motivates them that obviously there are things you can do beyond your master's degree as well in terms of fellowships or anything else. That was really impressive for me, what you people are doing and will do in the future. And obviously, Shrey, good luck for your graduation. Probably we'll see more pictures regarding that on your LinkedIn, and we'll have more of the New York Times as well when you will be there for the fellowship. So thank you, both of you. Obviously, you people keep really busy with things, but thank you so much for coming up on the podcast and sharing your very amazing experience in a very moderate tone. But this is something to talk about again and again because you people are doing really great things together. And I wish you good luck for the research club, for you to actually have that collaboration things for a lot of folks to understand research into AI and ML. And yeah, stay connected. And thanks again for being part of the podcast.
Thanks for
Thanks
inviting.
for
Thanks for
inviting.
your time.
Yes, thank you for your time.